Yeah, yeah. What's good? What's good, y'all? What's good? And I did say what's good. I did say what's good. I did say what's good. Sometimes you gotta ask that. What's good? What's going on? Hopefully, y'all understand what's going on. What's good? That's all I want to ask is what's good? What's going on in the world? Y'all know I like to go on late sometimes, but I like to go on late. I like to go on late. Um, y'all know I like to have conversations with people. Y'all know I like to uh, talk about a whole lot of things. Um, I like to talk about some things that some people be afraid to talk about, but we gonna talk about them. I happen to not be a scholar in this particular field, but I've had a lot of conversations about this stuff. Had a lot of conversations about these things, and sometimes uh, when you get to it, you got to get to it. So let's get to it. So my topic today that I want to talk about is people have conversations about dark places. Hmm. People have conversations about dark places. Sometimes there are people that are in dark places that you have no idea that they even there. No idea that they even that those situations for them even exist. Sometimes you have those conversations. Um, and in those conversations, sometimes you think about, damn, I've never been that dark or been at no low place in life. Some people haven't. Well, let me say this: some people have been in uh, situations where they have issues or problems, but they wouldn't consider it as a dark place. Sometimes people go in a dark place. Well, what I would consider as a dark place is is having uh, being in a space where you shut down and you not communicating with people, and you go into this shell of a space, if I might say that. You go into the shell of a space, and then you and then it takes you to a point in life where you just some people can recover from being in a dark place, some people can't. Some people just they get there and get stuck. You know. Sometimes you have those conversations. Uh-oh. So some people get stuck right there. Some people are there and been there forever in life. Is it a possibility that people can come out of the dark space? Is there a possibility that that can happen? I don't know. Sometimes we have to, like our friends and the people who we associate with, even some of our coworkers, you have to sit back and just listen sometimes, because some people are trying to come out of that dark place. And this is some of it is based off of a conversation that I had. Some people try to come out of that dark place. You know, that dark place can be you go there for the simple fact of you had some issues in the past, and it keeps taking you there. I'm shutting down. I'm not uh, being receptive of people trying to give me information or try to get me out of my dark space. Some people are comfortable in their dark space for a while anyway, all the way up until you begin to try to get into relationships, and then you got to come out of that dark place. And when you're in that dark place, when you're in a relationship, you have to either share some of that with your partner. You have to be able to loosen up and uh, allow your partner or your significant other or whatever you want to call that person. You have to loosen up and um, let them know where you are in life and how your emotional your emotional status when it comes to things that you like to do or things that you dislike that will cause you to go back into your dark space. Just hypothetically, if you are a female and you had certain things that happened to you when you were young, and sometimes when that particular uh, something causes you to make it feel familiar, then you go into your dark space. Damn, that feel like that. Or you in a when we coming up in life, we have these relationships that we trust people, and then doing the trust part, somebody deceive you, and then you go into your dark space. Is that a possibility? Is that what happens when people are just uh, bunker down and go into their dark space? What's some of the things that make you go into your dark space? Because everybody's journey when it comes to life is different. Some are similar, but it's different. All different characters. Sometimes it's just different characters, but the situation is the same or similar. Because I've had these conversations, so it's not like, oh, that don't even happen. I don't know what you're talking about. Certain females done been through certain things. Some people have that the journey is rough. Some people's journey has been um, wild situations. Damn, that happened to you? Wow. Unbelievable. So we don't know what people have been through in life. You got to have that conversation, like you say, with your significant other or whoever you share your uh, intimate conversations with. You have to sometimes you got to open up and say, "Listen, I've been through this. Maybe you have to go see a therapist or something, but I've been through this, and this is what's happening. This is how I feel about that." Exactly. Exactly. You exactly right. Sometimes death and heartbreak that cause you to go into a dark space. Sometimes some people are dealing with some things and we have no idea what's going on. One of my friends told me, she said, "Well, you just gotta grow up, and some people gotta just grow out of it." Well, sometimes you some things you can grow out of, like being petty. Sometimes you can grow out of being petty. You can grow out of being petty. I know some petty folks. I know Petty Murphy and I know Petty Patty. I know both of them. Super petty. Sometimes you can grow out of that. But when it comes to uh, the emotional part of the dark side, sometimes you get there and get stuck for years to come. You get stuck. Then you be doing some. Well, just who I am. Yeah, that's who you are. Maybe you should have went and had a conversation with somebody and tried to get yourself out of that. What's up, saying? Yes, death, heartbreak, and health issues can cause you to go into a dark space. Can cause you to be somebody different than who you want to be. Can cause you to be different than somebody who you want to be. You probably want to be this great, vibrant individual that's full of life and full of joy and want to sit around and just go to work or collect your check or however you do it and have fun. And that's it. Because there's some part of life that's considered the good part of life. This is the part, oh, this is supposed to be fun. This is the good part. Some parts of life is the good part. But if you allow the misery to carry on through the good part, sometimes you run those people out of your life, and then guess what happens? Then you stuck. Because as we take the turtles, let me see if I got a book. Let me see. As we do this, we take those books and those pages. You tear those pages out the chapter. The book is steady going. Whether it's an audio book or whether it's the book of life, steady going. You got to keep going. We turn those pages out of life. We taking those pages and we just taking them and we create our own scenarios, but we take those things and uh, we try to apply them to other people's life, and you can't do that. Well, I think you can't do it. I'm not a professional in this. I'm just telling you off of experience and people I've come in contact with. Counseling, church, and praying is what's uh, is what's keeping you saying, I get it. Prayer and meditation makes you a better person. It makes you sit back and consciously understand where you are in life and what's going on in life. Sometimes you got to sit back and reflect and say, damn, I need to change that. That's holding me back. Yeah, I was tripping. Yeah, I did snap on her because of some stuff that's going on in my head. I snapped. I went off. Ain't had nothing to do with her or him. However y'all want to do it. But we take those things and those problems that we go through and we make them other people's problems. It's not only praying, it's believing in what you're praying for. Yes. That's what a faith part come in. You have to believe in what you're praying for. Some of us pray for all the wrong stuff. All the wrong stuff. I mean, just think about that sometime. Some of the things that we ask for is it, it's a waste of energy to me. I'm just saying, to me, sometimes it's a waste of energy. Did you just say, Lord, I hope they still get got them shoes I wanted? But what about your mental health? I'm praying about that too. You prayed all night and make sure that they had that sale. I'm just saying. That's how some of the things work. It might not be all things, but this to the some of the stuff that we desire in life. Some of us don't desire to get get well mentally. That's real. That's real stuff. Some people don't desire to get well mentally. How do we get away from that? How do we get away from um, our mental health getting in the way? Is it a way that we can get away from allowing our mental health to get in the way of the progress that we trying to make? Is it a way? Oh, by the way, y'all see the shirt. Y'all see the shirt. Look at this. That's fly. That's fly right there. That's fly. Anyway, I digress. However, um, just think of some of the things that we allow get in our way. One of the things is that we just don't go and have those conversations to get that stuff off our chest. Even if you got to go talk to the dog, do something. You have to get it off your chest. She said, I prayed and I believe, and now I'm able to tell my story because My story is a testimony. So she has a testimony. She has something to say. Listen, I've been through it. The old song say I've been through the storm, but it's I've been through it. I can give that particular testimony to say I've been through it. Man, she seemed boy, I was all jacked up. I've been through it. But sometimes if it's somebody else that's causing you to go in that dark place, sometimes you got to just uh not give them the energy. Don't give them the energy to disturb your peace or disturb what you got going on or disturb your direction. You can't give nobody no peace. No, 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 no. You can't give them uh, the privilege to ruin your journey because it's all a journey. Some, like I say, some is similar, the same or similar, just different characters. Okay, y'all don't forget to share this broadcast. Share it and let a couple people see it. There are some people on here. Uh, just allow people to. I like. Well, let me say this. I like to have people to have dialogue and be able to talk about certain things. I might talk about music one day. I might talk about marketing and promotion one day. I might talk about uh, human behavior. Cause some things I just pick up a book and study it, or I look it up. The human behavior is deep because some of us um, don't know why we act like we act when it comes to how did I get here. Okay, so um, your atmosphere, your home upbringing atmosphere controls some of that. It controls who you are. It controls um, it controls who you are sometimes. Because some people are influenced by their upbringing. Just like you might get people who smoke cigarettes. Everybody in the house smoke. Well, I see my mama smoking. My daddy was smoking. My granny was smoking. Oh, I seen my mother or my aunts uh, be mean or be mean to their husbands or boyfriends or whatever, and then they still stayed with them. They seemed like they was happy, and you sometimes we think that we can take that behavior off into our relationships, and you think that that stuff work. Sometimes we think that we can talk to people any kind of way because we seen people in our household talk to people any kind of way. But some of that it made you feel a certain kind of way when you got cussed out or smacked upside the head. Made you feel a certain kind of way, and then uh, you take that into your adulthood and you show that particular behavior to your children, and your children show it to their children. Next thing you know, you got whole family that's messed up. It's like third and fourth generation living in the project. I don't know. I ain't never lived in the projects. I don't know. But what I'm saying is sometimes that's a behavior issue. You want to stay here? You don't never want to leave? I'm just saying. Let me see. Curse can be broken once you realize it's an issue or a problem. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. And that's what it is, a curse. When I tell you it's a curse, listen to this. Let me say this. So the curse is, okay, that's like if I use profanity towards my child, I'm cursing that child. Not only in, he said a curse word, I'm putting a spell on that child or putting a spell on that individual because I want that individual to feel a certain kind of way when I say what I say. If I say you little MF, that child can get older and hate that. Every time somebody say that word to them, it triggers something. It's a curse. Sometimes we got to understand what we doing to people. We curse people, not only verbally, but spiritually. We curse people all the time. I don't know if that went over somebody's head, but we curse people. Sometimes we curse people. We say things to them to make them feel a certain kind of way. Facts. Okay, what's up, Cookie? What's up, Sam? Uh, what's up, Ira? What's up, Tyrone? So, just think about that. Some of the things that we say and do is a curse. We cursing people. We say something evil to somebody. We want them to react or respond a certain kind of way. That's a curse. It's a spell. And over the years, this is what it is. I mean, some people can accept it, some people cannot accept it. I'm not really here to tell people what to accept and what not to accept. However, the thing is that sometimes that stuff that take you to the dark place, you got to go talk to somebody. Even if you go talk to the dog, you got to get it out your head. You got to get it out your head. At least I think so anyway. I'm just one person. I always say, you telling me I ain't nobody. But sometimes you got to get that stuff out your head. And if you don't get it out your head, you just got it stuck there. It's building. Oh, this 40 years in the making. It's 40 years in the making. Some of the things that you go through is 30 and 40 years in the making. Some of us didn't just get there. It's 40 years in the making. Some things. Not all things, but some things are 40 years in the making. Just think about that. 40 years in the making. I meant to do this. I meant to uh share this broadcast. So just think about that. All the time that we've been living and surviving. Some of us are old, 45 plus. Uh, we hold a lot of that stuff in, and some of that stuff is 40 and 50 years in the making. We got to get past that. We got have to work on that. Work on yourself. You ever think about that? You ever think about sometimes we got to work on ourselves? I'm just saying. I'm just one man trying to do a podcast. I'm just saying. Anyway, if you want to, somebody can click on that link. I can bring you in the live, and we can go from there. So, uh, what's y'all thoughts? How do you think about, what do you think about uh, Dark Place? What you think about that? What you think of? Do you think that people can come out of that dark place, even after 30 years being in a dark place, even after 20 years, 10 years being in that dark place? You think people can come out of that? I think they can. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Don't forget to share the broadcast. So tell me what you think. Usually, it's a Sunday. It's 30 minutes and went by. Um, I think we covered a few things, and we sometimes we have to cut it short. Sometimes I don't know. You know, I hear a lot of people say that, I have a photographer that can capture the shot that I need, but when they see the images in which we have, it's almost like, why go anywhere else? When you want the right shot, come to the best. 5-Star Production. All right. So anyway, sometimes we have to come out of that dark place. I need to get some of my therapist friends on here to really break it down on what's going on when it comes to people and their silence and their shell that they go in. Some people call it a dark place. I say you went into your shell. That's what I say. Who am I? I'm just saying. All right, but anyway, that's my time. I'm gonna roll. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'm gonna go in on some other stuff. I don't like a lot of times when I go live, I don't like to have conversation about stuff that brings people down or have them reflect on bad parts of life. Because this is internet, I can't give you a professional opinion when it comes to credentials, but I can give you an opinion from somebody who's had conversations with individuals that got problems or then had problems. I'm just saying. All right, it's been real.